The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
And good morning to our buddy King Saladeen. Hi, King. How you doing today?
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing, man? Y'all are family. I feel like I haven't seen y'all in years, man.
You know, every time King Saladeen's been on the show, more and more people climb onto the King Saladeen wagon, man. One of our favorite artists, one of our favorite people. If you're from Philadelphia, you probably know who King Saladeen is, definitely from there. But you're in New York this weekend for Comic-Con, right?
Yeah, we're in New York for Comic-Con. It's going to be crazy. I'm doing something really cool with eBay and DJ Ski. So if anybody's in New York, you got to come through. Y'all have to come through. We're doing some major giveaways, and it's at the eBay booth. It's at booth 1209. So
you have the little money bears, all the different ones? You know how you have all the exclusive money bears? And I know you had them at Comic-Con a couple of years ago.
Man. You got to come and check it out. I just did a one-of-one JP money bear, but it's like mixed media with comics and all kinds of, it's kind of crazy. It's dope.
Well, look, you know, people were lined up this morning at 3 o'clock waiting to get into, I mean, they're still in line waiting to get into Comic-Con for the weekend. And I know that you're doing, you're giving away 5,000 cards, these trading cards. These are these are easier to get than some stuff, right? Or are these difficult to get?
Well, these right now are going to be an exclusive giveaway, and I'm doing signings at 1 till I think like 2:30 with DJ Ski. So it's going to be something that's really, really cool. It's like we're giving away early, like physical NFTs to people, kind of, if you can think of that in that sort.
Right. Hey, how did you and DJ Ski get connected? How did this collaboration come about?
Well, I met DJ Ski actually earlier this year when we both on the Tops project, the Tops actually 70 project. Started talking back and forth. I sent him a bunch of merch, stuff like that, because I always was really into what he was doing prior to, like, you know, the music and mixtapes and everything like that. I always followed that. So when I seen he was a part of Project 70, I just reached out to him, and he knew a few people that I knew, and it just worked out like that organically. So this eBay thing just came out of nowhere, but organically, I've been wanting to work with him.
And he's worked with huge names in the business. I mean, Gaga and Michael Jackson and Travis Scott and Post Malone. I mean, DJ Ski's he's been around the block a couple of times. One of my favorite things that scares me that King Saladeen does is he'll take a $500,000 Ferrari and paint it up. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man? But you know what? Have you found, not that anyone's selling them, but after you do your thing to like a Lambo or a Ferrari, does the value go up? Does it stay the same? Or does it decrease in value once you start painting on it? Have you found out the truth?
It definitely goes up. Because for one, it's a one-of-one. And it's a one-of-one, you know, by me. And then the owner never wants to get rid of it. So that's like kind of crazy. And it's been cars resold after that too for, you know, a higher price just because of the art was on it and a certain type of car and things like that. So it's definitely a up in value type of situation.
Gandhi, what are you thinking? What do you want to talk to King Saladeen
I mean,
about?
I have so many questions for him. First of all, I know no one else is going to see this, but you see that? That's the contest entry that my boyfriend made for your contest, and we kept it because it's really cool.
I know. Me and you've been talking back and forth all the time through the pandemic and everything, and I just want to tell you, you're such a great artist. Do your thing, because I know you were saying sometimes, like, I don't know. Do your thing. I love it. I love your art.
And I love you for that because of you, I have been doing my thing and we have been selling it and it's been awesome. But I know that you kind of ventured into something and you mentioned it for a quick second, the NFTs. Now, you sell obviously like physical art, but you're also in on the NFT game. Which one do you think is going to take off more? Like, as a new artist, would you get in on that?
Well, now, I mean, I've just released my first NFT on OpenSea a few months ago. It did very well, but the thing was, we had to educate a lot of our collectors because a lot of people didn't have their money in Ethereum and different things like that. So the first one didn't go super great because it was so new to the market, and I'm so new to that market. And everybody that's following me have been purchasing physical things, toys, clothing, paintings, things like that. So this was a totally different avenue, but it did pretty well. So now me and my team, we actually been trying to educate everybody that's been collecting my art to, you know, invest in Ethereum, do different things on that, you know, the blockchain market and things like that. So the next time we release something, everybody will have a chance to get it and, you know, be a part of it.
You know, I became friends with King Saladeen back in the days where all he did was stuff on a canvas. And then
so cool.
It turned into sneakers. It turned into action figures. It turned into Jägermeister bottles.
Oh.
It turned, right? I have one over here somewhere. When
A
these
Lamborghini, I think.
Wow.
Lamborghini. I mean, you're putting you on almost everything, and I think that's just fantastic. I think there's a lesson to be learned for all of us in life, no matter what we're doing. If it could be artwork, it could be music, it could be audio like we do. Take it out to venues where you don't feel comfortable. It's a new thing for you, and venture out and team up with other people to do new things. Look at Gandhi's art just took off over the pandemic. We saw Gandhi just blossom into this beautiful artistic flower, and she gives you a lot of credit for that, King Saladeen.
I give him all the credit for it. I talked to him about pricing and about what something's supposed to look like and about everything. I mean, he's been so, at least to me, he's been so great that I have to ask you, for like a budding artist, if you had one piece of advice, what would it be? Because I get that a lot, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm still a budding artist. I don't really have a lot to give you.
Hopefully you have somebody around you that's kind of like pushing you, or either saying this is great or this is horrible. I don't know. I think the thing is that one key person that's going to be around you, because everybody has something like totally like great inside of them. But at the time before it's noticed, you just think it's so regular. You don't think it's anything, you know what I mean? Because you can kind of do it in a snap of your finger. The world doesn't really just notice things like that and before it blossoms. So I think it's people around you that are also like push you and like say little things like, yo, I think you could do this. That's what happened with me, because everything that I was doing, I thought was just like regular. And I just, I can do it because I can do it. You know what I mean? So prior to having somebody push you, I think you just got to also know it. It's like a gut feeling. I have a lot of gut feelings. So I think it's really just in your soul already. And it's just a little push or a little motivation or something you see or somebody that you see doing what you want to kind of go in the direction of. I think those are the biggest things, and you just got to do it. Like, just do it. Because it takes a lot of time to just BS. It's just a lot of time BSing. So to do it is just like alleviating the time to get right where you want to go. So I think it's got to be in you, honestly.
So I want you to do a wild search for King Saladeen. Just go online. He's all over it. He's everywhere. You can't miss him. If
he was in Vegas. I saw your stuff behind glass in one of those specialty stores. I'm like,
really?
I know that guy.
Wait, we know someone behind glass in Vegas?
That's crazy. That was a project I did like 2-3 years ago.
You're everywhere. You know what? And we're so blessed to have you in our lives. And, and the pieces of yours I will always cherish. And no one will ever buy them from me. They will have to drag them out of my dead hands.
Wow.
With that said, so Comic-Con this weekend. Now,
I wanted to say, honestly, I wanted to say thank you too, Elvis. Not to cut you off. I'm sorry, because nobody knows this, but me and Elvis were talking over the pandemic on those dark days and just crazy unknown times and things like that. And he said, I need a new King Saladeen to feel better. And I was like, we were just talking regular. I wasn't thinking about doing an art form. It was not anything business, you know what I mean? And it was like, that was so crazy to me, man. So I just want to say thank you for everything, all the support, and just having me on the show and having me meet all of these other amazing cast members. It's like crazy, bro. So I'm honored. I'm not speechless, but I'm kind of speechless when y'all talking like this. So I just want to say thank you, man.
You know we love you.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.